retracing the steps of Candace and her mother. However, I'm not going to knock it because yesterday I did try to remember everything I've done, and for the majority of the time, I said around and about. So I didn't have definite times either. So I'm wanting to see for myself and get a feel of how long it takes to do everything that they did that day. Okay, we are on the street where Candace picked
in 1,000 feet, that day. Your destination will be on the left.
And the time right now is 10:42. Said that Candace showed up at 11. Then he changed it and said that she showed up at 10. So I think 10:42 is a pretty good time to be here. This gives it time like 10:30 maybe, in between those times. And it also gives for the time that
your destination is on the left.
She went in and yeah. Okay, now we are leaving from H's house and we are headed to Houston Medical Center. Right. And we're going to see how long it takes. It's 10:46. Okay, the time is now 10:54. And I do want to note that I don't know these roads. This is my first time being here. So, of course, she's going to know the routes better than me. So that can vary for some time. But we also came through 4 red lights and got stopped at 2.
Yes.
Now we are heading to Walgreens.
We're now outside the emergency room, giving time for her to have gotten in the vehicle.
Okay, and I want to correct myself because one thing that's always bothered me was why did Candace go to 2 different tobacco stores? The Discount Tobacco and then the Hippie House. This is why, people. Because these tobacco stores are in the same parking lot. She literally did not have to drive nowhere else. Right here is the Discount Tobacco, and right here is the Hippie House. Now, if that Hippie House just opened up, I can see myself, if I'm used to coming to Discount Tobacco, walking over there to see what they have. Can you?
Yep. Done it before.
Now, another thing we're going to do is we do want to see what both of these carry. I want to see if one carries products that the other one doesn't. And to be honest with you, that did take us a few minutes because we did want to know, we wanted to make sure that we were at the Hippie House she went to that day.
And by the way, very nice ladies at both places.
Very, very nice ladies. I will say they do have the Skittles, smoke bars.
At the Hippie House.
At the Hippie House, and I will say they're really cheap, to be honest with you.
Looks like most of their stuff is cheaper than the Discount Tobacco place.
Yes, and also, I will also note, because I'm not leaning you buy in the hippie house is exactly the way it sounds. Most of it is Delta 8.
In a quarter mile, turn right.
So now we are headed to Walgreens. And it is 11:31. Okay, now we are at Walgreens, and I'm kind of watching these vehicles because they're dropping off a prescription. I seen it go up. I want to see how long it takes them to pull out, because that's what they were doing here. They were dropping off a prescription, and then they were going to Warriors Park. We are now at Warriors Park, where Summer went to swim that day. Now, Candace says in the interview with Chris Madonna that her went this way. She went this way. I also want to note that that is not a big slope that she would walk down. It wouldn't be too hard if your knee isn't really bad. Okay, and right in this area right here is where the TikTok was made that day. I'm really surprised, actually, how peaceful it is here. I understand what everybody that came out here was saying. Now, another thing I want to note is there is trash out here. I mean, it's bright, but look, there's Pepsi bottles, and there is trash out here. Now, I think this is the skunk that 423 Chase said he brought out here. Whether he did or not, I don't know. Now, I expected this to be really deep, but I'm telling you, that is not deep, and it like stays that way a little ways out there. And I realized that this is February, and she went missing in April, but if this is any indication of the water levels that's normal, she could have easily, you wouldn't call it no more than wading. I wouldn't even really call it swimming in that. Might be calf high. Might be. And I'm assuming that that would be on out there, because right here it isn't, but it's not deep at all. I'm not good with measurements, but I would say about 4 or 5 inches. Let me see. What time is it? Oh, I gotta watch on my arm. Okay. Okay, so it's 11, what? It's 11:48, and like I said, the lady went into great detail at the hippie house. She was really friendly on what all. So I'm going to say that I was in that hippie house probably 20 minutes, because I talked to the lady that worked there. We talked about several things. Some things, I mean, I'm not going to mention on here, but I was in there about 20 minutes. I will go back, because I've time-stamped all of these videos. I will go back and see what time I went in and what time I came out. It could have been a little bit longer. That's a time thing, y'all. See, I went to one place, and I really couldn't tell you dead how long I was in there. But I imagine I was probably in there longer than Candace was that day, because I'm a lot more social than Candace seems to be. And my cousin, she is also social, so I imagine we probably talked a little longer. So now I'm going to head back to the Walgreens here, but I would like to enjoy this park. But then we're going to head back to the Walgreens, and then we'll head to Sonic, and then it's on to Ben Hill. Okay, we are back at Walgreens. I've been sitting here a little bit because we watched that car pull up, and I kind of want to see how long it takes to get their prescription again, but I know they're pretty quick here. Going strictly by Candace, and this is both of their timeline. One thing that I've noticed is it doesn't really take that. I mean, you all, we've done it in what? It's 12 o'clock.
Hour and a half.
We've done it in an hour and a half. Given the 30 minutes,
maybe
the 5 minutes.
Maybe a little less. Plus, we aren't from the area, and we've had a few slowdowns.
I mean, somebody that lives here is going to be able to drive this a lot. They know the routes. Like I just told my cousin a little bit ago, I don't see her taking a longer route.
No.
I mean, where I live, Lord, there's 5 or 6 ways to get to one place, but I'm going to take the most direct route. Now, we did pull out Warriors Park just a little sooner than the 30 minutes. But, I mean, that wasn't no more than 10, and I imagine that we both stayed at the hippie house longer than she would have.
We kind of bonded with the hippie lady.
They are very nice, I will say that.
Okay.
Okay, we just got our food. It is now 12:19, and I do want to say that it took at least 10 minutes for them to even answer this little button here. Now, I don't know if she went through the drive-thru or if she pulled up like we are right now. But the majority of people just pull up. What do you think? Am I correct on that?
Seems like.
We are at Priceless. We are going to actually go in there and get something, see how long it takes people to check out. But she said she was here 5 minutes. So we are here at 12:39. To get here, I am going to say, I did pass Food City. Food City is expensive. Probably wouldn't have stopped at Food City. But our GPS has rerouted us through every little...
I wouldn't go in the world, around the world and in the back door just to come to this store.
And I feel like I have, don't you?
Yeah, we've went down one-way streets.
Now, we are not from Kingsport. As I've stated in other videos, we actually live in Kentucky.
But we're pretty good navigators.
Yeah, and
we've traveled quite a bit.
I am going to give credit that we could have been routed the worst route, but I do feel like I went around the world and through the back door just to get to this Priceless Foods.
It seems like it was just down the street.
Yes. Yes. To get here, and somebody in the area, you can correct me in the chat. I mean, I'm not above being corrected, but we are using a GPS. So, she may have had a more direct route. What would you say it took us to get here?
About 15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes, somewhere around through there. I will go back and look at the timestamp. But, I don't know. I'm a mom. You're a mom. Does this seem like more work than it's worth?
Well, if it was supposed to have been a 5-minute quick trip into a grocery store, I think I'd have bucked it up and went to Food City if it was this type of struggle.
See, I'm feeling like that too. But with all that being said, I am going to go in here and see what their process is like. This might be the deal of the day. I don't know. What do you think?
We'll check her out.
Yeah. Okay. I have got to correct myself. I would have most definitely passed the Food City. What do you think?
When you can get barbecue sauce for 44 cents, Pop-Tarts.
4 cents.
They had a whole thing of tables of different items that was on sale. They had IGA brand stuff as well as Save-A-Lot brand stuff.
Yeah, so you're getting the best of both worlds.
And had a lot of the name brand stuff that you don't get at Save-A-Lot.
Actually, I wish we had a Priceless. I wish we had a Priceless food where we live. Now, the milk cartons, I know at the beginning of this, everyone was saying that we don't know that she got that milk that right then, or people, those milk cartons are see-through. On a 4-lane, no, but it's not a one-way road. There's a lot of traffic on this road. What do you think? I don't want to be in the trunk. You don't want to be in the trunk. Oh, I'm not a confrontational person. I don't do well. What do you got? Get a quarter dollar. Sharp right. See, this is also Don's home. He owns 11 acres. Now, Molly went into the shed and acted like that wasn't his land. He owns 11 acres. 11 acres. All that's his. Sharp right.
In 600 feet, you will arrive at your destination.
I'm getting a reflection.
Look at that. But there's the only sign I've seen so far.
You have arrived.
Turn here.
Oh my God. We've drove up roads like that.
Yeah. That is a good driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the driveway? Mm-hmm. There's the school bus. The dog trail is not far from this road. This is like a completely different perspective for me. And yes, the trees are marked with purple. And MTL, that means no trespassing. It is 1:35 and we're pulling out.
We've made the trip that she's supposed to have made that day.
And I know we didn't stay at Warriors Park the full 30 minutes. But I will note that we are not from this area.
We got
Direct
turned
area.
around several times.
Yes.
Possibly didn't drive as fast as she did,
Oh, I know we did.
considering she knows the area.
I tried to stay with the speed limits, but I'm going to tell you, this road right here, it is very curvy. And now I'm just I believe in innocent until proven guilty. I still believe in innocent until proven guilty. Do I have questions? I have more now than I did. So we just crossed out of Sullivan County into Hawkins County. For some reason, when we left her earlier. We thought if we went the other way, that would be the way we get to the main road to get us home. Evidently, no. The quicker route is to go through Beach Creek. So here we are again on Beach Creek Road. Still confused about a timeline. But now we do know how long it takes to get from one place to the other. I will say this. At no point during that day were they more than 30 minutes away from a hospital. Right? Right. Now, right up here on this mountain is where Summer Wells lived. She went missing on June the 15th of 2021. Last seen at that home going down into that basement. So, we did everything that they said they did that day. We tried our very best to stick to their timeline. We're even allowing a good 30 extra minutes, okay? But we are currently in the tunnel that connects Tennessee and Kentucky. And it's 3:25. Now keep in mind, this is the time that Candace was supposed to have got home. Or 3, still. I mean, in between 3 and 3:30. By then, we have made it to the next state. And we will show you the sign to Kentucky to show you that, yes, that is where we are. But that's where we're at. Did this trip help me with the timeline? It helped me with the perspective of seeing the layout of the land and stuff, but with the timeline, absolutely not. It did not help me. But we'll be going over that. We'll go into our opinions about it. But yeah, we're back into Kentucky at the same time that she is supposed to be pulling on the hill. February the 11th of 2021, my cousin and I went to Rogersville, Tennessee to retrace the steps of Summer Moon Utah Wells the day that she went missing on June the 15th of 2021. I have said during this video that the timeline didn't make sense. However, I do want to note right here that I did not pay attention that Allie said that they got back at her house at 2:30. Now, if they got back at Allie's at 2:30, then this timeline is very plausible. They could have spent more time into the grocery store, which is something I think that they actually did do. I believe they were in there a lot longer than 5 minutes, maybe even 35, 40 minutes. Sonic is not a very quick place to go eat. It took us a little while to get our food. I've been to some steakhouses that I got food faster. So, I mean, it is plausible if they got back at Allie's at 2 or 2:30. It's very possible. We were just doing this to show how long it had took us that day and to pretty much get an understanding of what it's like there. And I will say everything was pretty close together. A lot closer than I imagined in my head it being. But if you have any information on Summer Moon Utah Wells about her whereabouts, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. If you've enjoyed this video and this is content that you like to watch, then don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.